The boxing world has been abuzz with reactions to the highly anticipated fight between Jake Paul and Mike Perry. This match, which has stirred up considerable excitement and controversy, saw responses from fighters, analysts, and fans alike. Here's a deep dive into the most intriguing reactions and developments surrounding this bout. Conor McGregor's reaction. The drama began before the fight even took place. Conor McGregor, who recently acquired partial ownership in the bare knuckle fighting championship BKFC, made headlines during a press conference by poking fun at Jake Paul. McGregor, a known figure in the MMA world, voiced his support for Mike Perry, whom he referred to as a king of violence. He described Jake Paul as a little dweeb setting the stage for a heated pre-fight atmosphere. Jake Paul didn't take kindly to McGregor's remarks. During a pre-fight press conference, Paul lashed out at McGregor and the BKFC, dismissing their fighters as mere brawlers lacking technical skill. Paul promised to humiliate Perry and the entire BKFC, suggesting that their league was full of Street Fighter types who didn't understand the finer points of boxing. He also took a jab at McGregor, accusing him of avoiding a fight with him and emphasizing that McGregor's criticisms were unwarranted. In a twist, Jake Paul hinted at a potential future in bare-knuckle fighting, expressing a desire for a rematch with Perry in that arena. Perry, however, was quick to dismiss the notion, questioning whether Paul would dare to face him without gloves. This created additional tension between the fighters and their respective supporters. The Tyson postponement. The fight card took an unexpected turn when Mike Tyson, originally slated to face Jake Paul, had to postpone due to a sudden ulcer flare-up. Tyson's health issues were a significant development, as he had planned to ensure he was in peak condition for the bout against Paul. Consequently, Mike Perry was brought in as Tyson's replacement, adding a new layer of intrigue to the fight. Despite his own bout being postponed, Tyson offered some advice to Paul, cautioning him about the dangers of fighting Perry. Tyson described Perry as a killer and expressed concern over the matchup, hinting that Paul might be in over his head. Paul, in response, assured Tyson that he was prepared and confident, framing his fight with Perry as a mere appetizer before a future clash with Tyson. Paul's comments showcased his self-assuredness and also reflected his respect for Tyson's legacy, despite the change in opponents. Mike Perry's confidence? Mike Perry, who had transitioned from the UFC to BKFC, was brimming with confidence leading up to the fight. Perry, known for his aggressive fighting style, was determined to make a statement against Paul. He expressed his intention to take home not only the victory but also Paul's head, showcasing his readiness for a fierce battle. Perry's achievements in BKFC were impressive, including knockout wins against notable fighters such as Eddie Alvarez and Luke Rockhold. His success in bare-knuckle boxing was a testament to his adaptability and skill in the ring. Perry's comments before the fight emphasized his belief that his extensive combat experience and fighting style would give him an edge over Paul. He portrayed himself as a seasoned fighter with a reputation for smashing opponents who had never been defeated before. Analysts weigh in. The fight also drew significant attention from analysts and commentators. Dan Hardy, a veteran analyst, expressed surprise at Jake Paul's decision to fight Perry, given the potential risks. Hardy described Perry as as an animal, with a relentless fighting style that could present unique challenges for Paul. He suggested that Paul might not be fully prepared for the intensity Perry would bring to the ring. Hardy's analysis focused on Perry's aggressive approach and his ability to create chaos in the ring. He warned that Paul could face an unpleasant awakening if he wasn't adequately prepared for Perry's pressure. Hardy's insights highlighted the unpredictable nature of the bout and underscored the significance of Perry's fighting style. Tony Bellew, another prominent analyst, shared his predictions for the fight. Bellew commended Jake Paul for staying active and not postponing the fight. Despite the challenges, he believed that Paul would deliver a memorable performance and secure a victory with a dramatic knockout. Bellew's comments reflected his confidence in Paul's ability to handle the fight and maintain his momentum, the fight and its aftermath. As the fight approached, anticipation continued to build. Fans were eager to see how Jake Paul would fare against a fighter with Mike Perry's background and reputation. The bout was seen as a significant test for Paul, who had faced criticism for his choice of opponents in the past. The fight itself was a spectacle, with both fighters showcasing their skills and determination. The intensity in the ring was palpable, and the outcome of the match had implications for both fighters' futures. For Jake Paul, a victory would solidify his position in the boxing world and potentially open doors for more high-profile matchups. For Mike Perry, a win would further cement his status as a formidable fighter in bare-knuckle boxing. Future implications. The aftermath of the fight left fans and analysts speculating about future matchups and developments in both fighters' careers. For Jake Paul, the possibility of a rematch with Mike Tyson remained a point of interest. Despite Tyson's postponed bout, Paul's confidence and determination to face top opponents were evident. Mike Perry's performance and potential future fights also garnered attention. His success in bare-knuckle boxing and his impressive record made him a notable figure in the combat sports world. Perry's ability to adapt and excel in different fighting disciplines highlighted his versatility and skill. In summary, the Jake Paul vs. Mike Perry fight was a highly anticipated event that drew reactions from various quarters of the boxing and MMA communities. The pre-fight drama, the unexpected change in opponents, and the intense match itself all contributed to the excitement surrounding the bout. As both fighters look to their future endeavors, the impact of this fight will likely resonate within the combat sports world for some time.
Different date, same fate. I'ma knock out Jake Paul.
What's that?
You're an appetizer, brother. You're an appetizer. You're a Mike appetizer. Did you move to Florida after private school? Is that when you became a Florida?
Yeah, the news is true, folks. I, Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry.
I mean, he's doing good for what he's doing. You know, like I said, for what he's doing. I mean, it is what it is. He's just a lot of talk. But once he get in there with a real fighter that can really fight.
Different date, same fate. I'ma knock out Jake Paul.
Different date, same fate. Mike Tyson has laid down the gauntlet for Jake Paul with some brutal new fight rules after Jake tried to back out of their scheduled fight. Let's break down the drama, the intense new conditions Tyson has set, and reactions from the boxing community and beyond. The cancellation.
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken, speechless, like gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this.
It all started on July 5th, 2024, when Jake Paul threw the boxing world into chaos by announcing the cancellation of his fight with Mike Tyson. In a video on his YouTube channel, Jake claimed he was concerned about Tyson's health, citing medical advice and saying that at nearly 60 years old, Tyson might not be in fighting shape. Jake's announcement was met with shock and disappointment. He tried to smooth things over by urging fans to forget about the fight and focus on the future. However, the damage was done and the backlash was immediate. Promoters, sponsors, and fans were left frustrated and confused. The twist.
Yeah, the news is true, folks. I, Jake Paul, will be fighting Mike Perry, Tampa, Florida.
In a surprising twist, Jake Paul announced a new opponent, Mike Perry.